that it's okay to grieve, to be sad, to be frustrated, to be discouraged. And I'm using those words literally. I don't mean to be unbelieving, but I do mean you're experiencing a human reality, which is suffering, which is pain. One of my favorite passages is 1 Samuel with Hannah. And, Hannah was a woman who dealt with infertility. And I think one of Hannah's core frustrations, or what could have been a core frustration, is that the text does say that the Lord closed her womb. And it was year after year after year that the Lord did it. And so you have this wrestle with sovereignty and suffering. Because it's one thing to hurt, it's another thing to know that God allowed it to happen. So then that starts to mess with our theology. That starts to mess with our worship. And even in that text, you see that they go to Shiloh to sacrifice. And the text says that Hannah wept and would not eat. And if you don't understand the purpose of the sacrifice, you might just think that Hannah wasn't hungry. But the sacrifice, but the meal that they were having was Elkanah had went to the temple, sacrificed some meat. A portion of the meat was sacrificed. A portion of the meat came home. And so the meal that they were having was a meal of celebration and thanksgiving to God. And so for her to weep and not eat meant that she wept and could not worship. And I think that is significant, because I think pain does that to you. But the next thing we see is that she weeps and cannot eat, but then she gets up and she goes to the temple. And I think that part is where we allow pain to sanctify us, or we allow pain to turn us away from the Lord. Because a lot of times, even for me, I will weep and not eat and not go to the temple. I will go to a vice. I will go to a phone. I will go to a documentary. I will go to the mall. I will go to Amazon. I will do whatever I have to do to not feel pain, instead of going to God with the pain. So she goes to the temple, and then she is honest with God. I'm gonna keep drilling that into us, because it says that she tells the Lord that she is vexed, and she is depressed, and she is distressed, and all the things, and she's honest with him. So much so that the high priest thinks the lady is drunk. That's how emotive she was in her communication to God. And in that place, she asked the Lord for a son, but then she decides to say, "Hey, Lord, you give me this son, I'm gonna give him back." And then the Bible says that she left the temple and her face was no longer sad. The point I'm trying to make ultimately is that her face was not sad anymore, even before she got what she wanted. Because in her feeling her feelings, in her confessing her things to God, and surrendering to his will as his servant, she ended up getting the thing that she needed before she got what she wanted. And so that would be my encouragement, is that it's gonna hurt. It does hurt. It is frustrating, but don't allow the frustrating and the discouragement and the pain to change how you view God. Keep going to him, keep surrendering to him, and we just never know what he's gonna do. But when he does answer, now you have the ability and the humility to steward what he gives you, instead of idolizing what he gives